Dr. Grind, George Honeycutt, the Godfather.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
You're doing it. I ain't touching it. Nope.
Here,
no,
here,
I ain't
here,
touching it. Nope.
Here.
Sad part is they'll believe it.
Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome to TGD Today. It's the Round Table here at thegolfdirector.com. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. We're having a great day here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm with HR3
Hello.
and Dr. Grind. What's
That's
up,
right.
brother?
No mercy for the weak, brother.
Black and black.
That's it.
That's all he wears.
That's it.
It's easy. It's easy to color coordinate.
He comes in a different color. I'm worried.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
It's usually a bad day.
Yeah.
It's usually a bad day.
He ain't done laundry.
That's right.
Yep.
Scary.
It is scary, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very
But it's easy to buy for him. It really
Yeah.
is.
I mean,
Yeah.
simple.
Simple.
Yep. Simple.
I just go to that black and white store and I just
That's it.
take half of the inventory out of consideration.
That's it. That's it. Simple. 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 Simple.
HR, you feeling any better?
Nah, I'm hurting. But,
His back's giving him a fit.
But I've got an appointment to go see somebody supposed to be the man. So.
Okay. You're going to go get another happy ending?
Oh no, I don't
Okay.
do that.
Okay. Yeah.
I behave.
Yeah.
That's
as
right.
As far as she who must be obeyed is concerned.
Hey, she runs my life. I do what I'm told.
I hear you, babe.
I'm telling you, life's a whole lot easier when that happens.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Took me a few years to figure that one out, but I listened to you fellas, and thank God,
Just
my
stick-
life's a lot better.
Just stick with us, Doc. we'll make life a lot easier for
That's
you.
right.
Let's do a couple of shout-outs here. Some birthdays that are going on. I think you want to mention a very special one.
A special one to me for the man that called me about a month ago about my father, Mr. Arnold Palmer. I want to wish him a happy birthday. It's always nice to hear Mr. Palmer's got another birthday because he is the legend in golf and one of the nicest, most genuine people that I've ever met in the game. So,
He's first
Of course,
class.
the king
First class.
and originator founder of the Golf Channel. So everybody is celebrating his birthday today. One of personal note, my sister, Diane Ross, will be turning 44 tomorrow.
Cool.
congratulations.
So, the baby sister. So, and just so I can mention it, I won't hear the end of it if I don't. The Coggin White Oak Group is in town.
Okay.
You can go ahead and take your meds.
That's why I'm just glad I'm hurt.
Dennis Coggin, Ryan Coggin, and all the boys from White Oak in Noonan, Georgia, are in town. There's 32 of them. They have descended upon the legends. They are staying on property.
Poor Derek and them, they're not going to know what to think. You know what I mean?
Man, I feel for 'em.
Oh, my God.
Well,
We had the father and the son in on the show, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, just that once.
Yep. He
That's
has
all we could handle.
Yeah, he's got their.
Oh, we had them on twice.
Had 'em on twice.
We did redneck golf with them one
yeah,
time.
yeah.
You know, usually if I go anywhere twice, it's to apologize for the first time.
And that's what they did. Yeah.
Yep.
We can't get Ryan to shut up.
I mean, you know, hey,
That boy,
He's scared to talk.
that boy, you get him out from behind the mic and you can't shut him up.
yep.
Put him
Until
right here, though. He
you
cannot
bring him
open
to the
his mouth.
studio or bring him to a strip club and you can't get him to say a word. So I have learned through my years with young Ryan that if I ever just want to hear him not say a word, I take him to the dollhouse or I bring him here.
So at the dollhouse, most of the time is spent with his mouth open with drool coming
There
out.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just put a bib on him and a Miller Lite.
There you
Yeah.
go. You can't beat it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So they are in town. The Godfather, I'm going to be going out and enjoying 18 holes with them this afternoon.
So we'll see you, about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Yep. Exactly. And I'm also going to get out on Saturday and join the group. So I'm just hoping that, they give me all the strokes that I got on my gin card.
Oh, boy.
I'm going with the 14.
Sandbagger.
Cheater.
cheater. That's harsh. That's harsh, dude.
Hey, you know, from East Tennessee, you know, my saying is, if you ain't cheating, you just ain't trying hard enough to win.
That's right. You ain't winning.
No, that's
That's it.
That's NASCAR.
Is that NASCAR?
That's
Okay,
NASCAR.
okay. I can't apply that to golf.
Yeah, no.
Okay, dang it.
Doggone it. Well, we're going to have Matt Bennington, the head golf professional from the Legends. We're going to have him in studio Monday to talk about his experience of the Coggin White Oak Group hitting the property over the weekend.
So you're getting him a pass from the insane asylum where he's going to be put on
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
Well, bless his heart, I was talking with Matt Amos, and Matt didn't want to partake.
yeah,
He's leaving town.
yeah,
I told him a great move. But,
very smart.
but he's going to throw Matt to the Lions, Bennington. So I said, dude, you know, just as some sort of apologetic compensation, let me have him in the studio on Monday. Maybe we can make him feel better and he won't press charges.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, exactly.
So, but one thing Matt doesn't have to worry about, and I'll make a point of this on Monday, guys, during Monday Morning Golf Wrap, which is going to be busy. You know, I'll have to give a shot-by-shot recap of my rounds for the weekend. So
Well, Jeff, I'll see you on Wednesday afternoon.
I know.
That's
I
right.
know what
Wednesday sounding real good.
I know y'all are looking forward to that. I'll be taking video and of course still photos.
I've never fallen asleep on live television, but it's very well possible that could happen.
Heather, come get him, please.
I'll put some electrodes on him.
Oh,
Every
you
time I
haven't
see
even
him nodding
started
out,
yet.
I'll just
So-
hit a button. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Get
Well,
him
it's
going.
like that thing on Shark Tank last night.
Okay,
I had a
Hush.
thing for the squirrels.
I saw it. Get
Hit
out
the
of here.
button. You zzz,
Yeah.
zap. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. That's
I
what
like
we
it.
need.
Yeah, wait till PETA gets a hold of that one.
Yeah, boy. I think that's why they all.
I like
backed out.
anything
Anyway,
involved-
what are we gonna do? Let's go. I'm tired of talking about you and your golf. Let's go. Well, you and I've been talking about this for 3 days now. Let's go.
Whoa, hello.
That's right. Let's
Doggone
go.
it.
Who was right and who was wrong?
Let me.
Uh-oh,
I'm
uh-oh,
gonna do
uh-oh.
this.
I heard this
I'm
yesterday.
gonna do this.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll go ahead. Let's mark it down, Jeff. On September the 10th at 10 a.m., the Godfather is eating the largest buffet of crow that he has ever partook in his life. No doubt about it. One HR3 hit the nail right on the head with his pre-call, I might add, that Captain Jay Haas picks Phil Mickelson as a captain's pick for the President's Cup team. Will go down in history as one of the monumental, dumbest moves in the history of the game.
That's because he didn't pick him.
This is going to go down.
He didn't pick him.
No. I wouldn't lower my intelligence level and the perception of our viewers and listeners to even throw Phil's name into the mix. But obviously, HR knew something that the rest of us mortals did not know.
He brings a lot to the table.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What? Rheumatoid arthritis cream? What? What does he bring to the table?
His
What is he going to be?
Presence.
Is he going to be the bookie?
I'm gonna let HR3 have
So
at it.
he's going to stand in the locker room and take the $500 bets. You know, they'll bet with one another. Oh, I'll shoot this today, or I'll have
This is gonna
many
be good.
birdies.
I've thought about this a lot, Jeff.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Here
'Cause
we
George
go.
keeps telling me he's got. You just wait till tomorrow. Jeff better have the finger on the red button the whole 9 yards.
No, I calmed down from
So,
yesterday.
Here's the thing.
I calmed down.
As long as you put an older player, former player, Champions Tour, whatever, as captain of one of these teams, this kind of stuff's going to continue to happen. Until they get smart enough to take someone that is a leader, maybe not, it's not on this team, but is a player that is young enough to understand and relate and understand how to pick and create what you're talking about, George. This kind of stuff is easy to predict. That's where I was going this morning with this with you. Because you put Jay Haas in there. You put Tom Watson as the Ryder Cup thing, last year. You do that, and you keep putting these older gentlemen as captains because they're legends and they've done some great things. They're going to pick an older person for experience purposes because that's the way we were brought up. Honest to good, think about it. That's the way we were brought up. You respect your elders. You create someone that can be a leader.
You have
that's
never
older.
given me respect. Never. Moving on.
You're really going to go there.
So, let me ask the question, Bub. And I'm going to dwell back to your professional playing days, okay? If his mentality is, I'm going to get a legitimate adult beverage player and put on this team in Mickelson, why didn't he just take Davis Love and say, you're not an assistant captain, you just won a tour event, you play?
Because Davis doesn't play enough, and Davis
just won an event.
I understand that, but it's all
Phil
about,
didn't just win an event.
how well did Davis get along with his Ryder Cup team?
Oh, really well.
You think?
Better than Watson.
Yeah, I think. Well,
Oh, I love it.
I'm
See,
really
hold on.
behaving.
Hold on.
I'm really behaving.
Let him have it.
But
He deserves it.
But answer me that, bud.
very simple. Davis Love is a jerk. Phil Mickelson is a good guy that gets along with everyone. That's what the purpose of this is. I grew up with Davis Love, and Davis Love, me being a rookie on tour, stayed in my home, taught him how to play my golf course, and he can't even walk up and congratulate me on getting to the tour? And you think somebody wants to play with or for him?
Well, but he's
You're smoking dope.
and his assistant captain,
And he's with Jay Haas, and they're older.
Steve Stricker,
Stricker's the one that should be the captain.
Freddie Couples.
Freddie, yeah. I agree.
I mean, Freddie is
Yep.
a very successful President's Cup. He is known as Mr. President Cup captain.
Yep. And Stricker would be a good one, too. Because
But yet he
understands.
needs Mickelson, or whatever. We need him in the clubhouse to rah-rah and get these guys up. Come on, dude.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Why not put one of the guns out there? One of the boys that we need to cultivate for the Ryder Cup. That we need to get them experience.
Well, it's a little old. What is it? Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something.
Blue.
Yeah.
But do you see the simple fact that he picked his son to play, so now he's got Mickelson, so it takes all the stress off the fact he picked his son to play on the team?
But Son is number 11.
I don't care.
Son is number 11.
Still picked him.
Why didn't he just stay with Freddie's perception of how to pick and just go, okay, who's the top 12? All right, there's the team. Freddie never went outside the box. He always chose number 11. He always chose number 12. But you skipped to number 30? Come on, dude. I mean, I love you, and you hit this right on the head, and I applaud you. Oh, man.
Hey, listen, let me tell you what I heard. All right, you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Royer. You didn't disagree with who should have been there. You just picked who he was going to pick based on the mentality of the captain.
Politics of the PGA Tour.
Yep. So I mean, I didn't hear you say you didn't agree with the Godfather, although I know that would be stepping across a big line to say that you did.
Oh, he'll never do that.
And it's not that I don't agree. I mean,
Yeah.
J.B. Holmes, okay, maybe. Horschel, I see that more than J.B. Holmes.
Brooks
But
Koepka?
Koepka's been playing bad, and then, lately he hadn't played well. But
He's got to win.
I mean, what's wrong with Kisner?
Kisner. I would be happy with him if he had gone into that second group of players right now, the young guns that we are trying. I mean, Ricky has proven himself. Jordan has proven himself. We are looking at the young guns that are going to be the Ryder Cup team for the next 5 years
That's correct.
or next 5 Ryder Cups.
We hope.
Let's say
We hope.
We
Yep.
hope.
Good Lord.
We don't
willing.
have Tiger anymore. We don't have Phil anymore.
Well, we
The
do.
only thing that Phil's going to do is he's going to stand on that first tee and, like Jay says, there's going to be some intimidation. Intimidation until, they don't I can't say he's going to hit it into the trees in South Korea because at the golf course they're playing, the Jack Nicklaus, it doesn't have any trees. So he won't be in the trees. But he's going to be far enough off the property, they won't even see him for the rest of the round.
Yeah, but when he gets close with those wedges and that putter, if he's on,
Oh, God.
he's tough, man.
Yeah.
He's tough with those wedges and that putter. If he gets it going.
I think what we ought to do is put a bet over-under on whether he uses the forward press or the lag behind or the toe over or whatever putting stroke he's going to use. Right? Pro? Folks, this is so much fun.
You can't beat it.
No. With
Quality entertainment.
Always got to kind of come up with something as an argument to one up because I was right, he was wrong.
No, you were right. I've given you your accolades. I've applauded you.
So quit trying to fight it. It's done. It's over.
Yeah, and it's going to be so much fun to watch this. Just, oh my God, that's like the Hindenburg. It's going to go down in flames.
I got a feeling we might lose.
There's a possibility.
We might lose.
Even though 8 of the top 10 players in the world are on the U.S. squad. I mean, if you sit and look at the numbers, you sit there and go, why is the international squad even showing up?
I mean, I'm looking at this list, George. And
I mean,
I'm
realistically.
telling you, if they put a couple of these people together that are on this list, there may not be anybody who watch this thing. Seriously. You put a couple of these guys that I'm looking at, there may not there might not be people that we would even watch the President's Cup.
I mean, you got to hand it to them. And Nick Price going to the PGA Tour and getting the change in the format. How smart was that?
Nick's not.
Well, now I don't. What happened with
Nick's
that?
an intelligent individual. Now, it's just, man knows what he's doing.
Nick felt like that with the previous format, the way it's been played last year, or excuse me, year before last, and the last 5 times, is there were too many rounds before it got to singles.
Okay.
And his teams, the international squad, although, excuse me, he didn't captain it, but they weren't heavy enough with talent at the bottom end to play all those rounds and to keep close enough in the points
Right.
for the singles matches to be of value. In
Okay.
other words, they're already 8 points behind. There's no way they can catch up.
Right,
They would
right.
have to sweep the singles.
Right.
Okay, and that we all know that's not going to happen.
Right. Take a miracle.
So what he did, he went back to the Tim Fincham and the PGA Tour and petitioned them to change the format back to less matches, because there were 44.
That is a lot.
In the last
that
President's
is a
Cup.
lot.
It's now back to 30. And what that's going to do,
14 less matches.
yeah, what that's going to do, that's going to keep the international squad. Nick Price, Captain Nick Price, is going to be able to keep his guns in there longer, not burn them out, and then it'll be closer point value. You agree? It'll be closer point value wise in the singles, and make it more captivating, more entertaining than a U.S. blowout, and everybody's already turned the channel and watching the Evian Masters or, U.S. Open tennis.
Well, Norman tried this several years ago, correct?
Yes, and of
And
course
he got shot down.
But it was Norman.
But do you know who his best friend is?
Nicky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Nick Price gets a lot more respect
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
Greg Norman.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
when he waited his turn, that's where it came from when he went to Tim and said, okay,
Well, we've talked about this before.
yeah, nobody likes Norman, therefore that's
No.
why.
Yeah. But Norman was just speaking his mind many, many, many years ago in the fact of the WGC and the International and developing a President's Cup. And, oh, by the way, PGA Tour, you can own it. So here's another revenue generator, other than you don't own the Ryder Cup. So here's your own, international championship. Here's your team competition. Here's your something else to market and sell.
Oh, yeah.
Might be one of the biggest flops in the world.
Could be.
I mean, it has,
I hope it sticks around, though.
I mean,
Because
I'm
it
not
gives
going to argue.
it gives the Jason Days,
I agree.
who is right now the best player in our world of golf, it gives Jason Day the opportunity to play in a team competition. He's not going to play for Europe.
But I tell you what, we've got to get it to where, and as being an American, and I'm sorry, folks, you can get mad at me and say what you want. I'm going to sleep anyway. But they've got to start winning, and winning regularly to create that Ryder Cup. Because the Ryder Cup was this way for a while. Because we were winning all the time. Europe wasn't doing anything, and nobody cared.
Yep.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, Europe won a couple. Then all of a sudden, the hoopla starts. And then it got popular. Now here's the rivalry. That needs to happen with this for this to take off in the way that we're talking about. We'd like to see it go.
Plus, we've had periphery issues come up during the Ryder Cup that's helped the marketability of the Ryder Cup.
Sure.
With the Phil Mickelson press conference and, the captain's choices, who actually captains the teams. So
I mean, if I think back, the last President's Cup that I really, that seemed, interesting, was when Tiger was on the team, when Payne Stewart was on the team. That was a pumped up Ryder Cup. I'm sorry, President's Cup. Mm-hmm. That was an excellent one.
Well, it's just it's a thing. It's the rest of the world has got to at least win or make this as close as possible to create some interest because people are getting bored with it.
let me ask the question. And it's been approached on other media outlets this week. Is this a conspiracy?
A conspiracy for what?
Between the PGA Tour and the networks, the U.S. squad's got enough guns that taking a pick of Mickelson is just basically throwing one out of the boat. You already consider that bait's dead, so let's just go ahead and throw it out. But we're going to carry it in the boat because then people will pay attention to our fishing. You understand?
Yeah.
So Mickelson is chosen by Tim Fincham and by the covering network. And Jay Haas never even had a choice with this.
It's a sprat to catch a mackerel.
I mean, I think he had a choice, but I think he was encouraged. I think he was encouraged.
So you agree somewhat with a quote-unquote conspiracy?
Like I said, the politics of the PGA Tour.
Okay. Well, we agree on something. What's your thoughts?
Whoa.
What's your thoughts on both of you? What's your thoughts on the on Nick Price's choices for captain's picks?
I thought they were ingenious.
Yeah.
Absolutely ingenious. I mean,
Stephen put a bow on that ditch.
I mean, Bowditch has played well.
Yes,
and Sangmoon Bay has played very well.
And I love his attitude. He's
Yeah.
a J.B. Holmes.
Yeah.
He is a J.B. Holmes. Shirt tail hanging out, covered in sweat. He'll go through 6 gloves in a round, and he's just there to kick your butt.
Yeah.
That's all he's there for.
Yep.
Just turn him loose.
Yep. Let him go.
And just pray like heck that he trims up the eyebrows. Otherwise, I think he's going to let them grow just so they don't see his eyes.
Good Lord.
Hang with me, baby. Come on. Hang with me.
Yeah.
We're providing good air.
Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Superb. Superb.
You just don't get into doing this anymore, do you?
It's not that.
You're burned out.
No, I'm not
Huh?
burned out.
Are you burned out, Jeff? We need to find a replacement.
No.
No.
I'm not burned out, but the eyebrow
But
thing.
let's look
He's
at
been tamed. He's been
why
tamed
not?
down a little
Why
bit.
not go the eyebrow thing? Put a bow on that ditch.
Oh, go ahead and braid them while you got them.
Yeah, braid them while you got them. I like that.
That's
See,
it.
I like that. We'll call him braid.
All right, there you
How
go.
about that?
Or we can just let him grow into dreads.
Let's look at the team real quick. All this attention's been paid to the U.S. squad. I mean, we got a few minutes here for roundtable here on TGD today. Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Schwartzel. Put those out together.
I don't think there's any question.
2 best swings in golf.
And then both South Africans, so put them out there and turn them loose.
And then you got the 3rd best swing in golf sitting right behind them right now in Adam Scott.
That's what I was just thinking, Adam Scott.
And then you got the 4th best swing in the world, really the best player in the world right now, the hottest player in the world right now, in Jason Day.
It's going to be interesting.
And then you're putting out the mad Japanese, Hideki Matsuyama,
Yep.
and you put him with Danny Lee,
I say you put him with Adam Scott.
whoever.
Because Adam Scott can hit greens and Hideki Matsuyama can make putts.
And then and I like that.
Because Adam Scott's going to hit greens.
But Adam Scott's going to be paired with Tunjai Jaidi. Because they need some length with Tunjai. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful.
Jeff, have you
He's
ever
on
seen
the
somebody
team.
so happy that a guy
I'm
made
so
the President's
thankful
Cup?
he's on the team. Tunjai Jaidi.
I mean, that's his man crush.
I can't wait to call the President's Cup. Tunjai for birdie. 12 feet.
He's always so proud when he figures out how to pronounce a name
I know.
like
A
that.
new name, yeah.
Hey, you come from my upbringing. It's the little jewels that we take so much pride in.
Oh, geez.
Sang Moon Bay, I think, was a superior pick. I'm thankful Nick Price cleared it with the government. He's getting a reprieve. He doesn't have to show up for his military duty until after the President's Cup. Bless his heart. He's going to he's going to be missing from the tour for 20 months. And what a talented young man. So it's good he gets to go out on this, and him and Danny Lee, even though Danny Lee is carrying the New Zealand flag, he has Korean ties. And, put them two together, God, that's going to be fun to watch, just to see those two play together.
Just to watch how the Korean folks come together to cheer for him. But
a beautiful move. Marketing-wise,
Oh,
hell, if that was part
question.
of the conspiracy to get Mickelson on, hey, I'm approval of 50% of it.
yeah,
Not a problem. But Sang Moon actually played his way onto this team versus other people that just get to come along because, they're going to bring the case of Geritol. So kick in anytime you want, Al.
I'm going to have to do this.
Al, just
I'm
jump in.
just going to have to do this. This is, it's with it being a President's Cup. Let's just say our president was playing in this. Which side's he going to play on?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I had to. I couldn't help myself.
But look at it this way, guys. After the next elections, 2016, there'll be a 4-year period there. There'll be 2 President's Cups in that 4-year period, right?
yeah,
We'll be playing them on Trump courses
yeah,
because the president's going to dictate where they play.
yeah.
So we'll be playing somewhere on a Trump course. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Too funny.
I just had that.
And then after that, in 2020, we'll be playing on a Tiger course. So, we got that to look forward to.
You can't beat it.
U.S. squad against the international squad. Really, I'm looking forward really to going through this, and I think we ought to do this starting next week in our coverage of the majors. We get going. We look at the golf course, which is the Jack Nicklaus design. It doesn't have any trees. I made a joke earlier with Phil Mickelson. It doesn't have any trees. Pretty wide open. It's an attempt to get almost a link-style course in South Korea.
Okay.
But then again, too, like for Danny Lee, for example, he's already got a win there. He won an Asian Tour event there. It's an interesting golf course. They're going to take several holes and make them drivable. So that's going to add to the entertainment. They're going to take several holes and move them back further. That's going to add to the entertainment. They're going to be playing 2 holes upwards of 550-yard par 4s. So, and the greens are about the size of this studio desk. So I think the golf course is going to be entertaining in its own self, even though nobody knows anything about it.
Yeah.
It's not been popularized. It's not been really promoted.
We need to do a course recap. Or a course
absolutely.
Summary.
And we'll do that.
Yep.
And we'll do that. But, so I'm intrigued with it. I'm intrigued. The only thing I just hate is there was an opportunity for really a couple of our young guns to get in there and get the feel for team competition. This was the perfect time to do it because we're so tired of getting our butt kicked in the Ryder Cup. And this would have been a great cultivating event. And we didn't take advantage of that as a quote-unquote political machine. Would you agree?
I think you've got a good argument there without a question of a doubt. This is more of your AAA farm club type system than the Ryder Cup.
Well, we see the likes of, Zach Johnson and Jim Furyk. Both of them, elders, legends, however you want to put it. Zach, the champion golfer of the year. He's played his way onto this team. So did Jim Furyk. No question about that. Will they be there next year? They're going to have to, again, play their backsides off to get there next year.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
No question.
Will Mickelson be on the Ryder Cup? No. So I think we're all in agreement there. All right. Well, we had our fun for the day. So I want to thank everyone for joining us at the round table. Thanks for your hanging in there,
Yeah,
Ben.
you're welcome.
Appreciate not getting slapped.
I didn't.
Hugh Roy III, Al Cloyd, George Honeycutt, thanks again for joining us here on the Roundtable at TGD Today. Coming up, more golf news and information right after this.